My name's Delaina Ross, and I'm a student here at the University of South Florida, St. Petersburg campus.
And what do you study, and what year are you?
I'm a second-year student, and I'm currently studying environmental science and policy.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So right here, right next to the bay, tell us a little bit about it, right? Why is this a special place?
Yeah, so this is right in the middle of heart of campus. We have our school buildings all around us. We have the airport just on the other side of here, planes flying overhead all the time. So right under here, kind of just past the water line, is a drainage outflow just from the whole local area. And so this buoy system here is set up to attempt to stop trash from coming in and blocking the outflow, and it's supposed to collect trash that is coming out of the piping system. And so after a big rain, we'll get a bunch of fresh water flushing out of here, and usually a bunch of manatees coming and hanging around and drinking that.
No way.
Yeah.
So, I've kind of been noticing, right, there's a lot of sheep's head, a lot of snook in this area, right?
Mm-hmm.
What makes this area such a special place for those types of species?
Well, I think there's a dolphin right there.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, so this corner place right here is really great. I find that a lot of the species like to hang around by the wall. We have a bunch of oysters growing all around here. And then the dolphins come in and they kind of corner them right here, so it makes it a really convenient spot to fish.
Wow. And so why'd you are you St. Petersburg native? Why choose USF?
I am from Marathon in the heart of the Florida Keys.
Cool. Wow.
Yeah. So I just wanted to stay close to the ocean and do my studies, so this was the perfect place.
Absolutely. And other than the kind of this area, right? What makes USF such a special place for studying marine biology or environmental science like you are?
Well, let's see. USF is on the eastern coast of the Pinellas County Peninsula, and so we're pretty much right in the middle of the whole Tampa Bay area, which is the largest estuary in Florida. Probably one of the largest estuaries in the whole southeastern United States.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. I have a particular interest in mangroves and estuaries, so I love being in this area.
So tell us more about that, because mangroves are such an important kind of resource, especially for carbon sequestration, that type of stuff. Why mangroves?
Absolutely, for that exact reason. So like I said, I'm from the Keys. There's a lot more ocean around than land. People are developing the land so we can put houses, restaurants, hotels and stuff for tourism. And so I actually have some mangrove nurseries that I have in my yard with a couple hundred mangroves growing. And as soon as I get them, they're about a year old right now. And I would like to transplant them somewhere to just solidify the coastlines a little bit more.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
And tell us more about, tell us about your involvement on campus, because I'm sure you're involved in a bunch of different organizations or things like that.
Well, with COVID last year, campus was very shut down, and then this is my first semester back on campus. Last semester, I was actually living on a boat in the Indo-Pacific.
And tell us about that experience, right? Why that? Because you seem to have a really interesting background.
Thank you. Yeah. I chose that program because it was a travel abroad institution called Semester. And yeah, we took marine bio classes, ocean navigation classes, and did a bunch of scuba diving in one of the most biodiverse areas in the world. So that was amazing.
That's awesome. So you said you grew up in the Keys, right? Why the sea, right? Why the ocean? Why does that call you?
At first it didn't, honestly. All through like middle school and stuff, I was just a kid living where I was living, It wasn't until later in high school that I got my scuba diving certification, got my Florida's boater's license, and really started to get into it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what do you have to see to the world, right? So to anybody that's listening, right, what kind of message you have to just to anybody?
I would probably say, wait for this plane to go by. But that you don't have to be part of an organization to do big things. You don't have to wait around to be a part of something to make a difference. You can find something that you care about and do something small, because it all adds together.
Cool, that's amazing. Well, unless you have any more questions, Adolfo, I think that's it.
I think you asked wonderful questions.
Awesome.
Thank you for sharing these.
Yeah, thank you. I
Of course.
appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
And can I just give you a little bit of background on what we're doing, right?
Please, yeah.
It's called this is part of the this is part of a project I created. I'm a senior at the University of Florida. Called the Florida Naturalist Project.
Okay.
We're doing interviews everywhere from the Panhandle to the Florida Keys and Everglades, and I'm a St. Petersburg native, so Tampa Bay too.
Oh, sick, yeah.
Right, so it's like, and we're trying to document the degradation of Florida's water system. So by interviewing people like students, professors, activists, politicians, everybody in between, we want to understand how water is affecting everybody, and how such an important resource needs to be managed better, and how we can do our best to kind of just promote the policies that are going to push that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Cool.
Yeah, and specifically we're part of the oral history program, right? So oral history, just if you don't know, it's not journalism, right? It's just talking to people and trying to get their perspective on the issue, right? It's very kind of wholesome, and we're just
Yeah,
trying
it's
to do
like conversational.
exactly.
And,
Yeah. What's your worldview? That's essentially what we're trying to get out of this.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, we appreciate your time. And,
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for approaching us. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I wanted to see what was going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Hey,